What's up, MELD Nation? Welcome to Dapp Central, your home for everything blockchain and crypto. Massive update here for today's video. We've got the first ever DEX launching on the MELD network, taking place here on the 29th, which is a little less than 24 hours from the time that I'm shooting this video. So I want to break down all of the alpha, everything that we know, and exactly how you can jump into the MELD ecosystem and potentially take advantage of some of the first ever token launches, including meme coins, coming to this ecosystem. Now, before we dive any further, my name is Fareed. I break down MELD here on the channel. I have a full dedicated playlist. I'll leave the link to it down below. But if you find any portion of today's video to be helpful, please make sure to smash that thumbs up on the way. And it's one of the easiest ways to support me as a content creator. Number 2, consider subscribing to the channel. And then number 3, leave any questions or comments or your opinion down below in that comment section. Jumping right on in here, this announcement was just made from the official MELD account. And I want to run through announcements from the official MELD account, what we know in terms of an upcoming Twitter space, and then the announcements that have come out from the official Azomi DEX Twitter. Now, make sure to go ahead and follow all of these guys just so you can stay updated. But this just came out not too long ago stating trade.onchain Thursday, August 29th at 7 p.m. CET or 10 a.m. PST. Now I'm in the Central Standard Time Zone, so this will be right at noon my time, but definitely make sure to convert and make sure to be ready if you do plan on participating, because I can definitely tell you there will be degens and there's going to be so much trading going on here. Just taking a step back, I mean, this honestly reminds me of the launch of Sunday Swap for anybody who was here back in early 2022, January, right? We just had the bull market. We had Facebook change their name to Meta, and we had everybody buying NFT land, and everything was just about the metaverse. And we saw the first ever DEX launch on Cardano. There was so much activity, so much traffic that at one point, I think the team was backed up to where swaps ended up taking nearly, a week or two to really get processed. And so I think we're going to see a very similar sort of rush into the first ever platform on the MELD network to allow for decentralized trading or decentralized swapping. Now, also keep in mind, like, this is a brand new ecosystem. This is the first ever product. And so in terms of market share, Azomi will have 100% of the market share from day one. I don't know if they're going to have a token, but if they do, I'll definitely be looking into potentially getting a little bit of it, because I think that early on and potentially, right, maybe looking even, a year or two from now, this type of an early head start could set up Azomi to be the DEX in the MELD network, similar to, for example, Sunday Swap on Cardano or even Min Swap on Cardano, right? Like, these are some of the biggest DEXs right now. And basically, there's no competitors. So Azomi is nicely set to basically take over and to have all the spotlight here for the next couple of weeks, as we don't have any other protocols yet. But I do want to also highlight, as a part of this video, the MELD ecosystem. So for those of you who aren't aware, we've got, I think it's 30 plus projects. I'll break some of these down, basically highlighting everything that will be coming to MELD's ecosystem. So it won't just be focusing on DeFi and banking. I mean, you're going to have NFT marketplaces. You're going to have DEXs, of course, with Azomi. You're going to have RWA platforms. You're going to have basically anything that you can think of. This will be a traditional ecosystem. The only difference is the fact that MELD will be the main lending and borrowing protocol. And of course, they don't necessarily want to focus on bringing in other competitors. So they'll sort of keep that niche and that market share to themselves. But any and every other type of project is available or is able to come and build in the MELD ecosystem. So one thing I want to take a moment to briefly highlight here are the different trading pairs that will be available on the official launch of the Azomi DEX. As we can see here, we'll have the ability to trade ETH, Bitcoin, USDT, USDC, Cardano, and Avalanche. Keep in mind that with this particular launch, everything will be traded with the underlying currency as MELD. So what that means is that you'll have to hold MELD in order to swap, for example, for BTC, for ETH, USDT, USDC, etc. But you'll want to make sure that you've got your MELD wallet connected, that you've already got your MELD and your GMELD for gas. And then you'll sort of make sure that you've got the MELD mainnet already added to your MetaMask or your ETH-based wallet. Once you do that, you're all ready to go. Of course, making sure that you have enough MELD, right, to buy enough tokens once the actual platform launches. Now, I want to also quickly touch on the fact that we have also seen the official Azomi account listing or highlighting their release. What's interesting is we're going to have 3 separate protocols or 3 separate platforms coming together to give MELD a huge head start here when it comes to discoverability. If you missed it, defined is a DEX screener tool, for lack of better terms. So they basically allow for anybody to jump onto their platform, and they aggregate tokens, different platforms and DEXs, and they basically allow for anybody to find an asset or find an asset within a particular ecosystem and then immediately buy directly from their DEX screener. So imagine we've got Azomi, the DEX, we've got the MELD network, and then we have defined basically onboarding both of those. So anybody jumping onto defined, the DEX screener, especially as the bull market heats up, will be able to select the MELD network, easily verify and view all the assets listed on the Azomi DEX, and then immediately purchase from there, right? Without having to necessarily jump into the MELD ecosystem. Now, I'm not sure exactly when this will officially be integrated, but we do have the Azomi DEX launching at 7 p.m. CET, or again, 10 a.m. PST. So make sure to go ahead and get ready for that. But I mean, MELD is well ahead. I cover a lot of Cardano content here, or the Cardano ecosystem, and DEX screeners have been one of the few platforms that Cardano has not yet been able to break through. So to see a platform like MELD already taking advantage of something like this is massive. We've seen the rise of multiple DEX screeners, especially within the Solana ecosystem, given how many people want quick access to those types of assets. Now, keep in mind that you don't necessarily have to only trade meme tokens or meme coins, which is typically what people use DEX screeners for. However, MELD will have traditional assets there as well. So if you still want to just play the long game and you maybe just want to provide liquidity, I'm sure there'll be incentives for that as well. And that's actually another point that we haven't got any clarification on just yet. That's the liquidity, right? So how can people actually provide liquidity? What are the rewards? And will the Azomi DEX have their own token? Again, if so, I definitely want to begin to take a look to see what those utilities are and what some of the benefits are, thinking long term, again, with the fact that they'll be having a lot of the market share starting early on. Now, jumping back into Twitter here, we do have an official Azomi launch Twitter space being led by Ken Oling, Moonguard, and Marcin Sen. They'll be members speaking directly from Azomi about what to expect, etc. And I'm definitely going to make sure to jump in there. It's 1 hour before the official launch of the actual DEX hitting the main net. Now, I do also want to quickly highlight the fact that there are some meme tokens that I want to highlight here. I've actually sat down with one of them, but before I do that, I want to quickly touch on the MELD ecosystem map. So looking at the top left-hand side there, we've got DeFi with Azomi, the DEX. We've got CoinStore and then Token Ops. I believe both of these platforms allow for you to quickly see and create tokens. In terms of tokenization or RWA platforms, we've got partnerships with Bitbond and Swarm. These guys will actually be bringing tokenized securities, for example, like Apple stock or Amazon shares. They'll be bringing that on chain. From a bridging perspective, we've got the Akamon bridge, which is now live on the mainnet. We've also got the Chainport bridge, which has been live for over a year now. From the NFT perspective, we've got Mother, I believe, an NFT marketplace, and then NFT Fi. I can't even pronounce it. I do apologize. We've also got, in terms of tooling, Third Web, CoinTool, Hellborn, who actually I believe did part of their audit. We've got Certic and then Audit One, who also did an audit. And then from infrastructure, we've got Zeev for simplified node hosting, all nodes, go pools, etc. And then we've got BitLocust, CryptoWorth for TradFi. And then from gaming, we've got Dega, and then analytics, we've got Supra, Defined, Covalent, and Umbrella from an Oracle perspective. So the MELD ecosystem finally ramping up here. One of the many products that'll be launching directly on the MELD L1, hosted as an Avalanche subnet. Now, I promised that I'll be highlighting some meme coins here. I sat down with Sam, who's a marketing genius, who's basically put together Raw Dog Pumps, the first ever meme coin to launch on the MELD ecosystem. And I have a video coming out, and you guys know I don't typically do a lot of meme coin talks, but this one stood out for sure. So I'll be breaking down in that interview exactly, what Sam's background is and the point and the goal of the Raw Dog Pumps meme token. Again, this will be officially available as soon as Azomi launches. Walking through the interview, we dove into the white paper, which I'm not sure about you guys, but there aren't many meme coins that have official white papers. Look at the actual branding here. Look at the uniformity of the entire website. And they've also even got merch. So these guys are not playing around. Sam has hit the ground running here, providing a lot of high quality information here about the meme token. I mentioned again, the team already has put together a product or a merch store. So they've got coffee, they've got hats, they've got their energy drink. They've also got their hat here, their signature hat. They've got some protection, for lack of better terms. And then they've got some shirts listed there as well. From a meme perspective, I mean, they're killing it. Next, and this one here actually just popped up on my radar. I had the founder reach out to me earlier to give him a little bit of promotion, so I'm hoping to do so here, but I don't see an official website for Doge MELD, but they do have a Twitter account. I'll leave the link to that down below. It's official, or it's available at Doge MELD. When it comes to raw dog pumps, they're available at Raw Dog Pumps. Again, I'll leave the links to that down below, but I'm super fired up. You want to give you guys this brief update surrounding the MELD ecosystem. Let me know what you guys think down below. Will you be participating in the official launch of the Azomi DEX? If not, which other platforms are you looking forward to taking advantage of when they finally hit the main net? And last but not least, if you found any portion of today's video to be helpful or insightful, please make sure to smash that thumbs up. It's, again, one of the best ways to support me as a content creator. If you have any questions, leave those down below. And if you want more content like this, consider subscribing. That said, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.